Okay, you guys, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today to do a fairly quick discussion video that is centered around Project versus J, which is the new collab video game which is being created by Namco Bandai Games, and this collab is going to consist of 3 major series thus far. And these series are Toriko, One Piece, and Dragon Ball Z. Now, before I get started, look down in the description below, and in this description you will see the link to Stay an Island, where they have an actual article and it talks about the Project versus J. And to give you guys like a so go ahead right now, click, go. And I do want to say real quick, for the 5 guys who sent me the PM about the whole entire Project versus J, thank you, really thank you, because without you guys, I, King Lightning, would have no idea that this shit was going down. And am I excited? Yeah, I'm excited, alright? I am excited because hopefully, when I say hopefully, I mean like, oh, I'm praying to God that this actually crosses seas and goes towards, and goes to the States, and of course to the, to Europe as well. Because, I mean, it looks, I love Dragon Ball Z, I love One Piece, love Toriko. I'm like, fuck, yes, let's let's go, let's go, nigga, let's go. Oh man, yes, people, I really want this shit to come here. I'm excited. I mean, will I get my hopes up? Well, my hopes are like already up. But would I be surprised if they didn't do it and they didn't bring it overseas? No, but at the same time, I believe, I'm not too sure, but I believe that you can petition on the Namco Bandai Games website, or the Namco Bandai website, where if you want like a certain game that exists in Japan to come over to the United States or like intercontinental, then I think you can make a request or a petition for that to happen. I'm not too sure, but I believe the same thing happened for Kaizoku Musou, where in Kaizoku Musou, there were people who kept on messaging Namco Bandai, and they were like, we want this to come to the US or to the UK because we love One Piece and we want to actually play a good One Piece game. So I believe that's what happened, but I'm not too sure. But if that is the case, then I'll make another video, because this game was just announced and they are right now making like the framework of the game. Like they're actually in like the beginning stages of their production of this game. But if in fact we can have a petition to get the game to the States, to the UK, then I will actually make another video. And I will let you guys know in that video that yes, in fact, we can petition, and I will give you guys a layout on how to do so. If we actually can do that. I'm not too sure. But we'll see in the future, because once again, the game right now is in the beginning stages of development. So we may see how things progress as the game continues to be developed. Now, what I will say is that the game in of itself, as far as we know, it consists of characters from solely Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, and Toriko. And the reason why is very simple. Because the Dream 9, is like a Japanese time, like I believe it's like Sunday 9 o'clock. Or Saturday, or Saturday 9 o'clock. Like whatever it was. Where Dragon Ball Z, Toriko, and One Piece, like these 3 shows kind of coincide in this time frame from 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock. And mainly, at first, it was Dragon Ball Kai, and then it was One Piece. Then Dragon Ball Kai ended, and then, or it went on hiatus, and then it became One Piece and Toriko. So it's the Dream 9. And from what I can tell, these 3 authors, Toriyama, Oda, and what's his name? Mitsutoshi. Like so Toriyama, Mitsutoshi, and Oda. These 3 authors kind of like collaborate a lot when it comes to like their series. Like we've seen Oda do crossovers with not only Dragon Ball Z but also Toriko twice. So they do collab a lot. And the thing here is that I guess they said, you know what, fuck it. All right, our series are pretty big in Japan. We're pretty popular, so let's make a fucking video game. And this game I believe that it's going to have a lot more hype than One Piece Kaizuga Muso. I really believe so. Because this is something that, yo, people want this shit to go down. I want this shit to go down. I really do. And the question here is, will they incorporate other characters? Because think about it. In order to have when it comes to Dragon Ball Z, you can have like 10 or 15 characters, and you encompass most of the actual series of Dragon Ball Z. With Toriko, kind of the same thing, but iffy with that. But with One Piece, there's a shit ton of dudes. So with these 3 series alone, I can gesture, or I can make an actual good assumption that the character roster will be over 70 characters easy, if not 80 characters easy. So is there enough room to chuck in, like, let's say Naruto characters, or Hunter x Hunter characters, or, you know, the Grandman characters, or maybe even, Bleach characters? Is there enough room for those characters? I'm not too sure. But it is, see, Naruto characters have the best chance, clearly. Yeah, obviously, right? They really do. Like, but I'm not too sure if their character roster will be as large as the Toriko, the Dragon Ball Z, and the One Piece. Because we may see, like maybe, because as far as I can see, it's, again, mainly Toriko, One Piece, and Dragon Ball Z. So we can expect a really diverse character range as villains and heroes or good guys from all 3 of these series. But at the same time, if we're going to include Naruto, then we may see solely the good guys, you know, because there may not be enough room to fit in all these characters, because it's going to be a lot of characters, man, a lot of characters. And from what I can tell, the game is a fighting game, and I'm not too sure if it's going to be more Tekken based, or more Street Fighter based, or Capcom versus Marvel based, or maybe even like Super Smash Brothers based. I'm not too sure. But like, we'll see, because again, the possibility that the game may come to the States, it's there. Because people nowadays, in 2012, a lot of people have been getting into anime and manga, a lot. As far as, because I have friends who I have never even spoke about anime and manga like 4 years ago. And now, like, you know what, dude? Fucking Naruto, that's my shit, man. Sasuke is my nigga. I'm like, whoa, like, when the fuck did you start getting into Naruto? So, you know, so I can see that anime and manga is starting to actually, like, diverge more into the States and into the UK. So, I mean, the fact that there are more people online that actually watch anime and manga, like, that right there is a statement that shows you that people are now getting more into anime and manga. So, the question here is that, will the Japanese be willing? Because the Japanese, this may sound a little bit racist, but they are some prideful-ass motherfuckers, man. They are some prideful-ass dudes. Nippon Banzai. And that's mainly because the population of Japan is predominantly older, like 25, 30, 40. That's the predominant range of the age. And they maintain that pride in their nation, like, severely. So, will they be willing to actually send the game over to the States or to the UK? I'm not too sure. If they do send it to the UK, then the UK will probably get the physical release. But like they did with the Kaizuga Muso, we may only get the digital release in the States because, you know, they're dicks. Like they're assholes. Like, seriously, they really are. But still, I mean, I'm not gonna complain that much, because even though it was a digital copy, I did get the chance to play Kaizuga Muso, and I enjoyed it. I really did. So, the question here is, will the game come to the States, and will they actually incorporate, well, the States and UK, and will they actually incorporate a lot more characters from other shonen? Like, again, Hunter x Hunter, Naruto, D-Greymon, Himari Reborn, Noriho no Mango. We'll see. But out of those shonen, the best shonen the shonen that has the most chance, aside from Toriko, I mean, obviously, because Toriko, One Piece, and Bleach, Toriko, Dragon Ball Z, and One Piece are the 3 series that this game is based on. But aside from those 3, the series that has the best chance of getting onto the game is Naruto, because Naruto is also fairly popular in Japan. So, but yeah, I'm done. So, King Lightning, once again, look down in the description below for the article link. And I'm signing out. Be sure to, of course, rate, comment, and subscribe as always. Peace. Have a nice day.